Hi, I'm Trisha, and I have been thinking about if I want to tell this story. I do. It's very unique. I tell my unique stories on my YouTube channel called Exploring the Paranormal with Trisha Brown, and that'll go on there. I'm going to talk about this experience that I had. I don't know, today is Monday the 5th of September. And so I think this experience happened last Thursday. So I can't remember the date, but last Thursday. Okay, this just happened, and I've been just sort of processing this, and like, it's very trippy. Okay, and I've had some experiences, so this is gonna go up near the top of like unique experiences. I have been, fascinated with the paranormal, with the mystical side of life, for as long as I can remember. I mean, I've been having very unique experiences starting at around the age of 2, when you're going from your crib to your first bed. And so over the last some years, I've been just putting my stories on my YouTube channel. And so today it's going to be not of the day of it happening, but just some days later. And I want to show you the spot and then explain what happened. So right here, so I'm watching these animals. There's their crates. They're very good dogs. They just, they hang out in here in their crates with the door shut when no one's here. Okay. So my bird is here. Hi, Manny. And she had her perch right here in this spot, like right here in this rectangular. That's what the base of her cage or her perch looks like. Yes, I need to clean the bottom. Oh well. Anyway, so it was in this area, just sitting here. She gets to be around 2 kitties. She's been around lots of animals. She loves animals. These 2 cats. This is one of them. Really nice. This is like the I don't know, like the 4th or 5th time that I've watched these animals and stayed at their house. I don't know where the black kitty is. He's really good hide and seek champion, so he'll just come out of nowhere and say hi. So both cats are completely peaceful with my bird. Okay, so long story short, on Thursday, gosh, maybe it wasn't Thursday. I don't know, but it doesn't matter what day it was, but I went over to a house. I left the animals in the house. The 2 dogs were in their crates. My dog, this is my dog Lucy. She's a little 8. She's 17. She's doing pretty good. And this is Patty, and he's about 12 or 13, very peaceful. And this is Harley, and she's a little hyper, but sweet dog. Yeah. And then the 2 cats. So, and I don't know where the black cat is. Otherwise, I would show you what he looks like. He's a cool cat. He's that black cat that's got those super big green eyes. Okay, so I went over to a potential gonna watch another 2 dogs, 2 cats at her house. So I left here, locked up everything. The owners are gone. They're in another state right now, and so I came back. I don't know. I'm gonna say an hour later, hour and a half, something like that. And so on the floor, and I just it just all happened, and then the dogs got to it, and then I finally cleaned it up. But like right around here, in this spot, was 3 big drops of blood that were about the size of a dime. And then a couple tiny splatters, just in this area right here. And that's it. Meaning, okay, so that's the first part of it. My bird looks completely fine. She's not bleeding or having any issues whatsoever. The two dogs are still in their crates. They were not somehow out of their crates and they got back in and then somehow climbed up and got Manny and then only, whatever. It just, that didn't make sense. My dog, of course, she's not jumping up there. She's been around Manny for her whole life, 17 years. She's been around Manny. And so the cat, the one that I showed you, looked totally peaceful. Looked like this, just chilling, having a good life. Yep, he's a good kitty. So totally peaceful kitty. And so I couldn't find the black cat, and I was imagining though, like puncture wounds and fur missing and like a chunk of skin. I don't know, like that's what I was expecting to see when you see that type of blood drops, and it was pretty fresh. I mean, it wasn't like it happened like a second before, but it was mostly still like liquid, completely, like 90 whatever 8% still liquid. So it was pretty fresh. So the cat came out and just walking out from wherever he goes, and he is just completely peaceful, just completely intact, no problems, no chunks anywhere on him. He's not seeming skittish or nervous in any sort of way. Okay, so when I was at the house to go look, I'm getting the chills right now. I went to the house where like I said, I went to go check out meet the lady and her animals, make sure that was going to be okay. And out of nowhere, I said to her, have you had any experiences in this house? I usually ask out of curiosity, but I think, sometimes I think I'm supposed to ask how I ask and when I ask. And then I just say it and however it comes out. And I said, I've had a lot of experiences in my life. I was just curious about this house, because I'm going to stay in the house. It's kind of good to know what maybe, I don't know. I've also been not told, and then I was actually able to help a spirit that I could feel in the house. I was able to actually help him move on. And so that owner didn't tell me anything. So for whatever reason, this particular experience, I felt like asking that. So anyways, so she said that she has not seen him, but she thinks it's this guy Joe that used to live there or owned the house before, at some point. He had died in the house. So her friend saw him standing in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, So when I got home, and I mentioned my animals to her. I didn't bring my animals in. She has 2 big dogs and cats, and so I'm going to just, sometimes I just separate them. Like the dogs will be over here, and then my dog and my bird will be over here, and it'll just get worked out. It always does. And she was totally cool with that too. So a non-issue. But I was mentioning about my bird, and so I come home from there, and then I see the drops of blood. And Manny has been definitely more agitated acting than she usually is, like this sort of that behavior. And she's a very, very peaceful, just pretty much nonstop, just very peaceful, very quiet. And so this sort of annoying little squawky thing is what she started doing. So that, here's another thing. Okay, in my experiences, in my interest in the paranormal and the Sasquatch world, I have come to learn, you can read people's experiences, you can hear people's experiences, you can learn about their experiences, like meaning like the people who have experiences with spirits. This is like what you might experience. The people who have experiences with the mystical side of things, like this is the type of experiences that they're going to have. Like, okay, Sasquatch, this is the type of experiences that you might have. Like, right? This is what you learn when you study this stuff, which I have done. And I have had experiences for a long time. And they have progressively become more mystical, or me getting to see evidence myself of what people talk about. And then I understand, and then I can tell other people too. Like, yes. And I went to school for this. I mean, I have been in my own spiritual studies, my own studies of mind, body, spirit for years, starting elementary school, So I'm not new to this, but, it's it's an eternal adventure of experiences. I'm very much into the good experiences, but I've studied everything, so that like you can know what to do. If you hear people talking about what might be going on in their home, or I've studied metaphysics. I have my master's in metaphysics. I've went to school for mediumship, and I have been in the process of developing my inner senses for a very long time, because it's fun. It's fun to go to places and get to connect with the non-physical in a really fun, mystical way. You can, I've studied shamanism and listened to the ancient people and the tribal people telling of their experiences with nature, and learning how to connect with nature and the elements, and just this level of awareness that you begin to you can connect to. It's just way more going on than just the earthbound spirit stuff. There's like these amazing experiences. But yes, in the earthbound spirit stuff, this is what this story is about. It's going off on a tangent. Okay, so in the, how, people, like, let's say, in the Bigfoot community, the world of Sasquatch, the tree people is what I like to call them. That's how I was introduced to them. And my experiences in my life, and my learning about the spiritual side of things, the different dimensions, and how, and portals, and the just understanding of like when our body dies, we go into a different dimension. We cross over into the light, and now we're on the spiritual side. We're in the non-physical. And so there's just I could really go. I'm just trying to say that this experience is to show that this I have experienced Sasquatch partially materialized. They're able to be in a more than one dimension. There's also like I think, because I experienced it, like doorways to go in and out of. I think that you can just pop in and out anywhere. I think a spirit can just say, I'm going to go over here and just go there. But I also think that there's these sort of entry and exits, so that you could teleport. I've done it. Me and my animals, we teleported from one area of a forest to another, like a half mile away. No joke. Off trail. It was one of the most trippy experiences. So this experience, seeing these drops of blood, okay, I'm building this up because it's just so, I want you to grasp this. The blood was only in that spot. Okay, so I've ruled out these different things. So this is what I feel like. A spirit, a non-physical human spirit, wanted to pet Manny. And I'm guessing, I'm imagining how it could be, which I've seen with living human people where they, have gotten their hand caught in her beak. Say it like that. Like did something where they stuck allowed her to get too close to their hand. And she didn't like them being that close, and it punctured their skin. It's happened only twice in 26 years, but I'm just saying, like, when they bled, the puncture was the blood drip, like how this was. So, like, I'm imagining a finger. I'm gonna go pet. I'm gonna stick my finger in your face. People don't like. I don't like that. So you know what? She has good boundaries. I'm okay with it. I'm glad she does. So that's what I've experienced with human people that are maybe not quite. It's good to like think about what you're doing before you do it. You don't necessarily want to stick your finger in a bird's face. And, we don't like it. So we'll let people know, back off. So that's what I think happened. And then I think the spirit then popped back out. Because if it was a living person or animal, there would be like a trail of blood. Especially if it was one of the cats. They would have been like shaking their paw, and there would have been blood splatter, and like the trail, I'd like follow the trail to where the cat is. That was not happening. That didn't happen. That was not there. And my bird is fine, and so there was no like trail to try to go to if it was let's say if it was a person got into the house and they did that, they would also have like you would see like some trail of blood to the sink to go wash off themselves. Nothing was disturbed at all in the house. It was just so trippy. So I'm definitely adding this to near the top of interesting experiences with my exploring the paranormal. All right. Have a good day. Hope you like it. This story.